Hi, it's Elaine Fraze, Farm Family Coach, coming to you from my dock in July. And this week's insight is called You Are Not Alone. And I've got a story here. I'm wearing this t-shirt that was on a man from Switzerland on my flight from Air Canada back from Zurich to Toronto in April 5th of 2003 when there was a terrible blizzard, no glycol, airport shut down. I start talking to this man. He speaks barely English. I talk to him in my most broken French and help him and his family navigate to find a hotel for an overnight, come back to the airport, rebook a ticket, which they weren't going to give him, which I thought was incredible since he's paid $3,000 to see his daughter in Calgary. Anyway, long story short, he asked me for help and I was willing to give it. You are not alone. We don't go out kayaking in our kayak without a life jacket because that's not really a smart idea. And if we get stuck somewhere in the middle of the lake, we are going to ask for help. So my question to you this month is, why as a young farm woman or woman in agriculture or a young man are you not asking for help? And the biggest help you need is with raising your family on a farm. You need time for family. And just again this morning, I'm working with two young farmers and they say, Elaine, our dad will not take time off. Although one of his best friends, who's a neighbor, takes every Sunday off and their farm is not suffering. And I go, funny thing, that's what our farm does as well. And our employees love the fact that they have 52 weeks of the year that are free for family time. So first of all, asking is not a sign of weakness. And when I've worked with young farmers, they just say, Elaine, one of the most important things I've learned for you today is that I'm not alone. But misery does not need company. You need to make some changes. So first thing is, could you barter some of your time? When I was a young mom, I had Stephen over on Tuesdays, and on Thursdays, Ian went to play with Stephen. And we just swapped a day a week where I knew I would have a block of time for myself to do. At that time, I was doing television shows, and my girlfriend was painting and doing folk art. We had different reasons for needing blocks of time. The other thing I want you to think about is, what do you really want? And if you're not getting what you want, then why aren't you asking for support? And scrolling down this phone and looking at Instagram posts is probably not getting what you really need. What you likely need is an actual conversation and emotional support. Farming's In-Law Factor is a book that Dr. Megan McKenzie and I wrote years ago. We now have it for sale on our web store, but I also have a recent webinar I did on June the 11th. And many people on that call said, Elaine, I just don't feel comfortable asking for help. But you are not alone. You do not have to be in isolation if you're in agriculture, and it's okay to ask for help. So ask a friend to go on a picnic with you, build a campfire this summer, put a life jacket on, have some fun in the kayak or a canoe, go and make a sandcastle, even if you're 55. When is the last time you played with your family? Have a great summer. Share this insight link with your friends. I'd love to double the subscribership because I know a lot of people are feeling alone, and it's time for us to ask out and reach out for some help. See you next time. Elaine Fraze, Farm Family Coach, saying bye from the lake.